friends, it's Bella and welcome to Beauty on a Budget. And it's a chatty video today. I've been wanting to do this for a little while. I know I haven't done one of these sort of chatty videos for a little while now, and I thought one was due. And this one, I titled it, you know, the person we are. Who are we? How do we define ourselves? I think as we get older, we change. Of course things change. But do we forget the person we were? Does life's experiences rob us from the person we were? There's lots of little things that this can happen in life where we can forget. I remember, it's just for instance, to sort of tell you what I mean. I had an apartment in a flat in London, just on the outskirts of London. And in the communal corridors, because it was 3 floors, and in the communal corridors, you'd hear the children, you know, of the flats, because they were large flats. So anyone who bought one of these flats would have a family, because they were large, you know, 3-bedroom flats. But I was there, I bought it when my children were older. So my children were teenagers when I bought it. And they weren't on the running on the stairs stage, you know. But a lot of younger couples bought it and had their families there. And there were others that were like me and older, that families had grown up, because as I said at the time my children were teenagers, and some of the residents, their families were older and they had children and grandchildren, and they were living there on their own and had done for some years. And I'd hear them so often in the corridors or outside. Oh my goodness, those children are making noise. Oh my goodness, what are those children doing? Why are they running up the stairs? Why? You know, and I used to say, when you came, that was your children. When you came here and bought this place with you had a young family, and it was your children running up and down the stairs. So do we forget that? Do you know, that type of thing? Do we get to a stage where we've forgotten what that was like? And, you know, oh, it just becomes a nuisance. It just becomes a noise and a nuisance. And I don't want to get like that. I don't want to be like that, you know, to be that kind of what they think is a typical old moany person, because they're not. People are not all like that. I'm certainly not like that. And I was just thinking, you know, when I said about the person you are, someone was writing my obituary, and I hope this doesn't sound too miserable, but I would like said about me that I was a kind person, an understanding person. I would like them to say I was someone who you could go to if you had any worries or problems, or you wanted a problem shared. That I was generous and kind. I would like them to say those things. It's not necessary for them to say that I owned every Charlotte Tilbury lipstick ever made. That's not necessary. So what would you like? Think of it that way. I hope it doesn't sound a bit too miserable, but what would you like said about you? What would you like, you know, people to remember about you? And can you change that? When we look at, certainly when I look at my country, it's, and I don't talk politics and I don't talk religion, because I just think that's no, everybody's got their own views and I respect others, you know. But I think what my country seems to be going crazy. It really, really does seem to be going crazy. Personally, can I do anything about that? I can make my little stand, but it's not really going to make much of an impact. But I can change myself. You can't change other people. You shouldn't want to change other people. It's down to, you can influence them and you can encourage them, but you can't change them. You can't make them different from the person that they are. But I can myself. I can choose who I want to be. And as you get older, you can become very set in your ways and very unbendable and very critical. And it's so easy to do that. It is so easy to do that. Lots of things now I don't understand about the younger generation. Some of the music I think is absolutely hideous. But then my parents thought my music was hideous. You know, we can't forget that fact that it's just going along. Life is just going along. And if we can all try and sort of understand each other a little bit better, and that's what I want to do. I want to love the makeup. I want to show you the makeup. I love my channel to bits. I love my family. But what do I want to change about myself or improve about myself? If I had the choice to become a better person, a more understanding person, a closer friend, not to be judgmental, if I could have that, or have my crow's feet taken away, I'd have that. I'd choose to be that person, because true happiness does come from within. It does come from within. You can't buy it in a bottle. Of course, I love makeup. I love skincare. I love looking after myself. I really, really do. But looking after the person that you are, watching your own characteristics, I think is more important. Because, you know, there's a saying, and I think I saw it on Wayne Goss's channel, no amount of makeup can hide the cruel heart. I think that was along those lines. And it's so true. It's so, so true. So I've really been thinking about it lately as I get older, and, you know, as I see my friends changing and seeing a lot of people being judgmental on other people. And it makes them look old. Being like that makes you look and sound and feel old, you know. There's a lot of, look at the state of her, look at her. I get a lot of criticism. I get a lot of criticism from, well, not criticism, digs. I get a lot of digs that I'm 64 and, you know, I'm trying to be 25, but I'm not. I'm really not trying to be 25. I'm just trying to be the best 64-year-old I can be. But why say that? Why be that person anyway, you know? Shouldn't you look at someone, I look at women who are much prettier than I am, and I'm be pleased for them, you know. Why be critical? Why run them down? Does that help you? Does that help the person that you are? Because half of it is acting jealousy. Does jealousy make you a better person? Or bitterness, or, you know, things that we harbour inside? Does that make us a better person? Should we not be looking in and not looking at what someone else has got on, or how deep someone else's eyeshadow is? Shouldn't we be looking at the person that's in here? How we are, how we react to people, and how we trust people and treat people? For me, that's the most important thing. It's more important than makeup, and it's more aging than anything we could do. To have that frame of mind, to be that critical person and forget what it was like when we were young, and forget what it was like when we were struggling when we were young. to have that sort of old mindset, it just ages us. It ages us on the inside, and it ages our looks as well, because it shows. I honestly think that shows on the face, that kind of bitterness. And I was really looking at the person that I am, and I want to improve that. You all say such lovely things about me, and you know, I do try to be the best person I can, I do, but I could improve. I could improve on things. Sometimes I don't understand certain things. I can be judgmental over certain things. I suppose we all can to a certain extent, but you know, I don't know. I look at people, why are you doing that? Why do you live like that? I don't know. They live like that because their circumstances have brought them to that point. Something in their life has brought them to that point. Maybe to have a little bit more empathy on the understanding of what's brought them to that point, and to be a little bit less judgmental. I think that's something I would like to work on myself. So I think it helps. I really think it helps to look at the person you are inside. I really think it helps to be understanding and, you know, less judgmental and more caring. I think that's so much more important than owning every lipstick Charlotte Tilbury ever made. Okay, thank you. It's not too bad. It's not gone on for too long. I just wanted to share this with you. I only do these videos from time to time, but I think it's important as well that you know the person that I am, you know what matters to me in my life and what's important to me, and improving myself, both physically and emotionally, and the person that I am is very important to me. And my family and my YouTube channel, you know, they're all things that are really important to me, and I like to share those with you as well, because I think you sort of get to know me a little bit better that way. So if there's any questions you'd like to ask, please be kind with your answers, you know, because we're all different and we all have to respect each other. So please be kind with your answers. You are kind. You are wonderful to me. My ladies are second to none. You're wonderful to me. But if you're new, you know, it's a topic I wanted to deal with, and it's something that I really feel is important in beauty. I really think it's important. The most important part of being beautiful is the person that shines from within. I really do. So that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed it, but please let me know. Please let me know your feelings on this and how you feel about this type of thing, and are there things you'd like to work on in yourself as well? Because we've all got them. None of us are perfect and we've all got them, but please share them with me, because I'd love to know that. So you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again really soon in my next video. And thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being here. Bye now. Bye.